Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared, and today I want to talk about Supergirl. I have not seen the movie yet, and I do plan on seeing it on Saturday. Today is the 25th. It's Thursday, so I will be seeing it on the 28th, I believe, right? Whatever. 27th. Yeah, 27th. I'm going to go with my fiance and our normie neighbors. Our normie neighbors are just normies. The guy, he's really into like tech and like electrical work and guns. And his wife is into like dogs and Taylor Swift. And so I invited them to Mandalorian and Grogu, and they came and they didn't watch that show, the Mandalorian show, but they figured, hey, yeah, it's a Star Wars movie, yeah, let's go see it. And so they came and they liked it, and me and my fiance told them, hey, we go to the movies pretty often, and we're going. So I invited them like 2 weeks ago. Hey, we're going to go see Supergirl on the 27th. Do you guys want to come? And they said, yeah, because they saw the commercials and they thought it looked good. So it's as simple as that, right? Normal people watch trailers and commercials and go, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to see it. However, somehow in fandom and like comic fandom and YouTube and Instagram and like, I guess like fandom on social media just in general are just a bunch of crazy people, and I don't get it. I think there's a point where you grow out of it, because you either grow out of it or you get stuck in being a weird opinionated person about things that don't really matter. Like, for example, my friend messaged me. Well, I messaged him because he's a big Conan fan, and they just announced that they're going to make a Conan the Barbarian animated show by the guy who did Samurai Jack, and I was like, that's cool. I'm definitely going to watch that. But he's a big Conan guy, and so I sent it to him, and he was like, that's cool. Did you see He-Man? I heard it was woke. And I was like, bro, it's 2026. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about things from 2018? What the hell? And he hasn't responded because I was like, told him it's silly to be talking about things that like don't matter. Like, did you like He-Man or did you not? He hadn't seen it because he heard it was woke, so he didn't go see it because he heard it was something that can't quite be described by most people. And I guess a lot of people are believing that Supergirl is woke. I guess they're saying, but people aren't saying, oh, it's woke anymore. They're just straight saying like it's trash, it's slop, it's agenda, and like, does any like, I'm a 40-year-old man and most of my friends are in my age demographic. And like, even people I know who are, like, I've known them for years, so they're also like near my age. Where did we get to this? How did we get here where because like, when I think Supergirl, I think, oh, this is Superman for girls. Because if Superman is for like little boys to inspire them, Supergirl is for little girls. And I'm not talking like little girls, like, but I'm saying like that like young adult girl. Like, the movie's PG-13, most people take their kids to see PG-13 movies all the time, right? And so I'm like imagining like a 10-year-old girl seeing the Supergirl movie, and it's inspiring to her. And then there's like a 45-year-old man being like, this is stupid. And getting all upset about it. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you that way? And how did they get that way? Because I feel like there was a period where I was very upset with just geek stuff. And then I just like stepped back because once I realized explaining things to like, normal normies, like explaining culture war stuff to normies is like really like, it makes you look like a crazy person. And who wants to look like a crazy person? And so seeing people all online going crazy, acting like weirdos about a Supergirl movie is so weird to me. It is very, very bizarre. I've been reading and collecting comics for 30 years. And there are periods in comics that I have read Supergirl comics. And it was probably like, I haven't read the Peter David era. I haven't read stuff before pre-crisis. But I have read, was it that Jeff Loeb, Joe Kelly era that came out after the storyline with in Superman Batman, not Public Enemies. What's it? I forget what it's called. They made a movie of it. I think it's just called Supergirl. I think the story's just called Supergirl, and then the movie's called something else. That's probably why I'm screwing it up. But they came out with her own series after that, and it wasn't Michael Turner, but the guy was like a Michael Turner clone. So it like had this like really nice transition if you were to like go from Superman Batman into the Supergirl book. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I read probably like, I don't know, maybe like the first story arc or first year or so. And then I ended up moving and hadn't read Supergirl for a very long time. And then I read some of like, I think I read the first trade of New 52 Supergirl, and I just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't for me. And I hated that costume. That costume is atrocious. It's like the Superman shield underwear on. No, that's not the look. And then I did read Supergirl Rebirth, which was fun. And I knew as a reader then in 2016 when I was 30 that I was not the target audience for this book, but a 30-year-old man could still enjoy it if they're not a freak and being like, why is this Supergirl girly? Because it had like a very like cutesy look to it. Kind of like it was similar to like the Babs Tarr Batgirl, when she has like the selfie cover. It was very like in that style. Also very in tuned with the Supergirl TV show at the time that was coming out. And it was okay. And then once Bendis took over Superman and they like changed Kara more to be like she was gonna go into space and kill Rogal Zar herself, that was cool. That was a cool like space adventure. But I guess what I'm getting at with the Supergirl thing, I don't know anyone in the 30 years of going to comic shops who gets excited. I don't know anyone who's like, oh, sick, new Supergirl's out. Or like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday, I gotta go get Supergirl. Supergirl is just kind of a book that I think most DC readers pick up once in a while because other books are good. Like Supergirl's a C-string hero, and she's just there to like fill the hunger or fill the craving of reading comics until you're like the book you're really looking forward to, like Superman, is coming out. You're like, oh, well, I'm gonna get my super fix until Superman comes out. And then, like, the same is like with Batgirl. I love Cassandra Cain Batgirl, but when Batman books aren't good, most of the time the other Bat books aren't good either. The Bat derivative books. So the same thing goes with Supergirl. So I don't know anyone at any comic shop I've ever shopped at who was excited for Supergirl. I don't know anyone who were really into the CW shows, who were really into Arrow and Flash. I knew a bunch of people who loved those shows, but I didn't know anyone who was excited for Supergirl. It was kind of like, oh, cool. They're making a Supergirl show by the same guys who did The Flash. I'm going to check that out. And that was it. And so I feel like that's the same with this movie. It's produced by the same people who made Superman, but it's not made by the same, it's not written by James Gunn. It's not directed by James Gunn, but it's just produced. He threw his money at it with Peter Safran, and they're like, yeah, it's going to connect to the Superman movie before, and it's going to connect into the Superman movie that comes out next year. So it's just a little filler. It's a little snack between your Superman, just like it is with comics. And I just think it's hilarious seeing grown men in their 40s with gray in their hair complaining about a superhero like made for 12-year-old girls who where regular people can just also enjoy. But it's really there for like 12-year-old girls. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre behavior, and I really wish that people would stop with it and just like, if a movie looks bad, you don't need to see it. If a movie doesn't look interesting to you, you don't need to talk about it on YouTube every day and try to deter other people from seeing a movie. If a movie doesn't do well in the box office, that doesn't mean it's not good. It just means not that many people didn't go see it, but they'll probably see it again. They'll see it later, and they'll end up liking it. Like, people talk a lot about, like, box office numbers. Be aware, if you're a box office person, know that Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman, the Stephen King story. Shawshank Redemption is like one of the greatest movies ever made. And it bombed in the theater. No one saw it. It's like it lost money until it went to rental stores. So box office doesn't mean it's a good movie. And if Supergirl bombs, which I hope it doesn't, but if it does, that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just means people didn't go see it. But I think people are going to go see it. I think it's going to be like a sleeper hit. And I know people are looking forward to it. I know I'm looking forward to it. My friend Bruce is looking forward to it. We're both comic book fans. We're big Superman fans. But my fiance is looking forward to it. And my normie neighbors who like Guns and Taylor Swift are looking forward to it. And so that's what really matters, is just going on a Saturday with your friends and seeing a movie and just eating some junk food, watching some movie, and just kicking it with people. It's not about changing culture, and no, it's just about killing time and having some fun with your friends. And that's what entertainment really should be. And people need to just kind of stop being freaks. I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.